The Codex Gigas, or the Devil's Bible, at the National Library in Stockholm is reputed to be the biggest surviving European manuscript, at one point in time considered to be the eighth wonder of the world. One of the mysteries of the Codex Gigas legend is who wrote it. Legend has it that the Codex was created by a monk who sold his soul to the devil. The Codex Gigas is the largest extant medieval manuscript in the world. It is also known as the Devil's Bible because of a large illustration of the devil on the inside and the legend surrounding its creation. Weighing over 165 pounds and over 3 feet long, the Codex Gigas lives up to its name, which, in Latin, literally means giant book. It is thought to have been created in the early 13th century in a Benedictine monastery in what is now the modern Czech Republic. It contains the Vulgate Bible, as well as many historical documents all written in Latin. During the 30 Years' War in 1648, the entire collection was taken by the Swedish army as plunder, and now is preserved at the National Library of Sweden in Stockholm, though it is not normally on display. During the study of the manuscript's text, investigators noted that the book uses only one type of ink, which is made from crushed insect nests. The style and font of the calligraphy is consistent throughout, leading the investigators to believe that the manuscript is the work of one scribe, rather than many. The text's lettering is believed to be self-taught because of the lack of sophistication. The team also felt that the scribe must have been gifted, even though he was an amateur, because of the devil's portrait. The experts estimate that the Devil's Bible would have taken a minimum of 25 to 30 years to complete. The pages are allegedly made from the skins of 160 donkeys. According to the Codex legend, this disturbingly beautiful text sprang from a pact made between a doomed monk and the devil himself. According to one version of a legend that is already recorded in the Middle Ages, the scribe was a monk who broke his monastic vows and was sentenced to be walled up alive. In order to forbear this harsh penalty, he promised to create in one single night a book to glorify the monastery forever, including all human knowledge. Near midnight, he became sure that he could not complete this task alone, so he made a special prayer, not addressed to God, but to the fallen angel Lucifer, asking him for help to finish the book in exchange for his soul. The devil completed the manuscript, and the monk added the devil's picture out of gratitude for his aid. In tests to recreate the work, it is estimated that reproducing only the calligraphy, without the illustrations or embellishments, would have taken 5 years of non-stop writing. Many would say that it is impossible that one man could have written the complete text alone, yet recently, an investigation team of scholars sponsored by National Geographic finds support that the Codex was the work of only one man. The book was pledged to the Sedlec monastery after originally being housed by the Benedictine monks in Krudim. In 1278, Henry, the abbot of the Cistercian monastery in Sedlec, was sent to the Holy Land by King Aktar II of Bohemia. He returned with him a small amount of earth he had removed from Golgotha, the site of Christ's crucifixion, and sprinkled it over the abbey cemetery. The word of this pious act soon spread, and the cemetery in Sedlec became a desirable burial site throughout Central Europe. The Codex Gigas was kept in the library of a monastery in Brumav until it was taken to Prague in 1594 to form a part of the collections of the Emperor Rudolf II. In the mid-14th century, during the Black Death, and after the Hussite Wars in the early 15th century, many thousands were buried in the abbey cemetery, so it had to be greatly enlarged. The ossuary, now commonly referred to as the Bone Church, is estimated to contain the skeletons of between 40,000 and 70,000 people, whose bones have been, in many cases, artistically arranged to form decorations and furnishings for the chapel. The ossuary is among the most visited tourist attractions of the Czech Republic, attracting over 200,000 visitors yearly. At the end of the 30 Years' War in the year 1648, the Codex Gigas was stolen by the Swedish army as plunder. From 1649 to 2007, the manuscript was kept in the Swedish Royal Library in Stockholm. Notably, on Friday the 7th, May 1697, a fierce fire broke out at the royal castle in Stockholm, and the Royal Library suffered very badly. The Codex was rescued from the flames by throwing it out of a window. The Codex apparently injured a bystander, and some of its leaves fluttered away, and are still missing to this very day.